Hello students, so welcome to the new lecture of network theory. So last class we have completed the average value and the RMS value. So today's lecture we will be doing the problems on RMS and average value. So this is your first problem. In this problem this waveform is given. This is unsymmetrical waveform from 0 to 2 second triangular wave is there, and from 2 second to 4 second square wave is there, and the amplitude for the triangular wave is 10 volt and amplitude for the square wave is minus 2 volt. Clear? For this question you have to find the RMS value. So for finding the RMS value you need to find the equation of this line. So for this line, equation of this line, from this is your time axis, t axis. So t should be your 0 to 2 second, because you are finding the equation of this line. So this line is from 0 to 2 second. Y equal to, general form of equation is your line is y equal to mx. So first you need to find the m. M means slope. M equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So here this perpendicular divide by base. So 10 divided by 2 equal to 5. So 5 is your slope. So what will be the general expression? V equal to, this is your voltage waveform. So V equal to your 5, x is your t, Vt. Now let's find the Vrms. So Vrms general formula for RMS value is under root. So how total time period is your 4 seconds. So 1 by 4. From 0 to 2 second your triangular waveform is there, and from 2 second to 4 second square waveform is there. So from 0 to 2 second v square dt plus from 2 to 4 second v square dt. So from here to here under root 1 by 4, 0 to 2 second, equation of the triangular wave is your 5t, the voltage waveform is 5t square dt, plus 2 to 4 minus 2 square. This square wave amplitude is minus 2. So minus 2 square dt. So when you solve this integration, you will get as 1 by 4, 25. Integration of t square is t cube by 3. Limits are from 0 to 2 second. Plus 4. Integration of constant value is t. Limits are from 2 to 4. So put the limit, you will get the answer as 56 under root 56 by 3 volt. Clear? So this is how you have to find the RMS value for given equations. Now let's see the another example. This question, second question. In this question you have to find the RMS value of the following function, and the function is given as Vt equal to 3 plus sin t plus sin 3t plus cos t. Here this equation, this function is a combination of more than 2 or 3 sinusoidal waveform. So individually you can't find. So for that you have to find the, so for these types of question you need to find the effective RMS value. So general expression for the effective RMS value means RMS value of this waveform, RMS value of this waveform, RMS value of this wave. So effective general expression for the effective RMS value is Vrms equal to under root Vrms 1 square, Vrms 2 square, similarly Vrms n square. Whatever number of waveforms are there, for individual you have to find, and then you need to take a effective value, effective RMS value. So for this question your RMS value will be your Vrms value will be your under root. This is your constant value. So RMS value, Vrms for constant value is constant only, means 3 square, plus RMS value of a sine wave is 1 upon root 2 square, plus again sine wave 1 upon root 2, means Vm by root 2, Vm is 1, amplitude is 1 here, square, plus this also, this is also sinusoidal wave, so 1 upon root 2 square, Vm by root 2. So this is the general expression for finding the effective RMS value. Here one note, you noted down that RMS value is independent on the frequency. See here frequency is 1, omega is 1, here omega is 3, here omega is 1. So RMS value is independent on the frequency of the waveform, but it depends on the shape of the waveform. Shape of the waveform is same. All the waveforms are sinusoidal. but frequencies are different. So it does not depends on the frequency of the waveform, it depends on the shape of the waveform. So this was about the effective RMS value. Now let's move towards the another question. This question. In this question you have to find the power dissipation in the resistor for a given current waveform. Current waveform is given and you have to find the power dissipation. So from 0 to 2 your current is 10 ampere, and from 2 to 4 current is 0, and from 4 to 6 current is again 10 ampere. And the options are for this question, 4 options are given. First option is that P average equal to P peak divide by under root 2. Next is P average, P peak divide by 2, P average, P peak, P average, P peak by root 3. Let's solve the problem and find the option. So for these types of question you need to find the what is the average value, average power. Average power is your P average will be your IRMS square into R. So this is your power formula. In power formula whatever I is there, that is your RMS value. So RMS value for these types of already we have solved the RMS value of these types of waveform. This is your square waveform, not symmetrical, unsymmetrical square waveform. For these types of waveform RMS value is your Im by root 2. So for this question RMS value of current will be your Im by root 2 square into R, means Im square by 2 into R. And what is the peak value? Peak power will be your maximum current square into R. So this is your maximum current. So this equation you can write as P average as, so P average will become as P peak divide by 2. This is your peak power divide by 2. Clear? So what will be the answer? Your option number, this one, this option. P average is P peak divide by 2. Clear? So RMS power is your IRMS square into R. Average power is also the IRMS square into R. And the peak power will be your I maximum square into R. And what will be the power dissipated in DC divided by power in AC? So in DC, average current I square average R divide by, in AC current will be your RMS value, I square RMS into R. So whenever if you are finding a question in which they are asking find the ratio of the power dissipated in DC circuit divide by power dissipated in AC circuit, then in DC circuit you have to take the average current, and for AC circuit you have to take the RMS current. Yeah. So these questions were about the for finding the RMS value. Now let's move towards the questions of average value. So for that I've taken a few examples. For let's see this question. In this question given as when circuit is having ideal diodes and average value of indicating ammeter, then find the reading of the ammeter. Means in this circuit 2 diodes are given, D1 and D2. AC supply is given, this the voltage is 4 sin omega t, and 2 resistors are connected, 10k ohm and 10k ohm. One ammeter is connected, and in the question it is given that the ammeter is reading the average value, and that reading, that current shown by this ammeter you have to find, and that ammeter is showing the average value, means average current flowing in the showing in the ammeter you need to find out, means the I average you have to find, and the 4 options are given here. So let's see here, for positive cycle this diode will act as a open circuit and this diode will act as a short circuit, means current will flow like this. And for the negative cycle this diode will act as a short circuit and this diode will be acting as a open circuit. If this diode is open circuit and this diode is short circuit, then current will flow like this, means no current will be shown by the ammeter. So only for the positive cycle the current will be shown by the ammeter, means it works as a half wave rectifier. For positive half cycle the circuit is acting as a half wave rectifier. So what is the general value of average value for a half wave rectifier? Vm by pi. What is the Vm value? Vm value is your 4. So 4 divided by pi. What will be the current value? So I average will be your V average divided by resistance. So 4 by pi is your average voltage, and what is the resistance value? Resistance, both the resistance are same. So 10 kilo ohm means 10 into 10 to the power 3. So current will be your 0.4 divided by pi milliampere. So which option? First one. Clear? So this was about the finding the average value. Now let's move towards another question. This question, here you need to find the average value of the following function, and the function is given as Vt equal to 4 plus 3 sin t. Here two functions are there. One is your DC and another is your sinusoidal. So for this is your symmetrical. So for symmetrical waveforms you need to concentrate only the positive cycle, but the entire function is your unsymmetrical. So for entire function you need to concentrate on the complete cycle. If only this was given, then you have to concentrate on the positive cycle, but entire function, for entire function you need to find the average value. So you have to concentrate on the complete cycle, because entire expression is unsymmetrical. So for complete cycle, for this waveform, means for sinusoidal, average value will be 0. For this complete cycle, average value of sinusoidal waveform will be 0, and the average value for a DC function is same as that constant value. So V average will be your, for DC it will be 4 only, and for sinusoidal waveform for complete equal to 0. So average value will be your 4. So answer will be your 4. This is very important question here, because we are making a mistakes here. We are considering it as a symmetrical, and we are calculating for this sinusoidal for the half cycle. But here they ask to find the average value of the following function, means full function. Now for full function is your unsymmetrical. If full function is unsymmetrical, then you have to concentrate on the complete cycle. For the complete cycle, average value of the sinusoidal waveform will be 0, and the average value of the DC will be same as that of DC. So this concept you need to remember or keep in mind, means for symmetrical waveforms concentrate only the positive cycle, but if entire function is your entire expression is unsymmetrical, then you have to concentrate on the complete cycle. And for complete cycles, average value for sinusoidal waveform will be 0, and you need to find the rest of the average values of the given functions. So this was about the today's class. Today's class we have completed the different questions on RMS and average value containing the different concepts. So I have tried to cover the different concepts. So that's all for today's class. Next class will be doing the another concept of form factor and the peak factor. Also we'll do some examples or problems on how to calculate the form factor and the peak factor. So that's all for today's class. Thank you.